Hi lovers. So this vlog is going to be super informal. I'm not feeling too well right now, but I did want to get this video out because it's kind of one of my favorite videos. You know, we are coming to the end of 2022 and I just thought I would share 22 things I learned about corsets in 2022. Let's go. So number one is I am not a long line. For the longest time, I thought I was a long line because I was measuring my torso incorrectly. I was measuring from right below my breast all the way to my hip flexor. That's where I thought my torso measurements should be. But now after doing loads of research, 10 years later, it's right below your bra strap up until the top of your hip bone. So I guess I am a short. Number two, grommets and eyelets are not the same. Grommets are wider than eyelets, but honestly, I mean, nobody really cares unless you're taking an exam on corsets or you're making corsets or something along those lines. But I mean, that's what I learned. Number three is everything I thought I knew about corset sizing, I was wrong. Self-explanatory. I mean, obviously I don't know everything about corsets. I don't claim to know everything about corsets. Hell, I don't even claim that this is a corset knowledge info channel, right? I just claim this is like an not educational channel, a entertainment channel for corsets. But I mean, I'm just your basic average girl next door who waist trains. I've learned a lot about corset sizing. Yeah, that's number three. Okay, number four is that corset sizing isn't the only thing that matters. Your springs matter, your rib springs and your hip springs matter. Your laces matter. The amount of bones in your corset matters. Like, a lot more matters than just your corset size. And I learned that the hard way. Number five, light colored corsets are not the best for waist training, especially if I'm gonna be waist training or you're gonna be waist training every single day and you're not gonna be stealthing or hiding your corset. Like, don't get a light colored corset. Just don't. Just don't. Number six, Orchid corset is not the end-all be-all for cheap corsets. Again, learned that the hard way. Number seven is I've learned not to pay attention to the comments that say that my corset isn't doing anything, that I should make my corset more tighter because, you know, it's not doing anything, like those kind of things, that I shouldn't wear my corset, just like rude or ignorant or even hateful comments. Like, I've learned, especially this year, like just to not pay attention to those kind of comments, especially if they're talking about my organs or talking about if, you know, you should just go lose weight. Like, I've just learned to not pay attention to those types of comments. Number eight is that I have learned, especially this year, like really learned, like nailed it into my freaking forehead and brain, is that I don't need a corset to be beautiful. I'm beautiful with my corset. I'm beautiful without my corset. I'm beautiful if I'm waist training. I'm beautiful if I'm not waist training. I don't need my corset to be beautiful, nor do I need a tiny waist to be beautiful. I'll say that again. I do not need a tiny waist to be beautiful. I understand that a lot of you love my corset content and that's why you're following me and subscribed to me, which I really love you guys for and I appreciate you guys for. And I love the fact that a lot of you still watch my non-corset content. So thank you very much. And regardless of the thought I think about, you know, I'm beautiful, I don't need to be waist training or corset training to be beautiful. Corsets do have that magic spell on me and it is a little hard to resist. So I am going to keep continuing my waist training journey, so do not fret. Number nine, just because I can breathe does not mean I need to make it tighter. I will repeat that. just because I can breathe does not mean I need to make it tighter. Yes. Number 10 is that mesh corsets, in my experience, they're not really the best for waist training because they stretch so much. I think they're the best for maintenance and if you want to give your outfit a little oomph. But waist training, I wouldn't do it. Mesh. Number 11 is that just because it's pretty and it's in my size does not mean it's gonna fit me. Corsets are so complicated and it's best that I do my research and not just like jump on the first pretty corset I see, because this also goes back to like how important rib and hip springs are. So I need to learn to keep that in mind. Number 12 is that I need to ensure that I'm measuring my body a few times throughout the month when I'm picking or choosing a corset, just because of, you know, female bodies change throughout the month and because of our periods. And yeah, I think that's really important because I never used to do that until now. Number 13 is that I've learned to stop comparing myself to other people on the internet who wear corsets. I don't know their corset journey and I shouldn't compare my results with what I see on the internet. And same with you guys doing to me. You guys shouldn't compare your journey and your corset results with mine. I think this year kind of really taught me that because I found a lot of new accounts who corset train and I was just like blown away by their results and I was like, why can't that be me? But I need to just like, this is my journey, like I need to chill, so yeah. So number 14 is that people have the wrong impressions about corsets because no one corrects them or gives them the right information. Like, you know, when you're scrolling through TikTok and you see someone wearing a corset and you go through the comments and people are, you know, commenting these ignorant comments because they don't know, they're misinformed and no one is correcting them and they just don't do the research. I don't want to be the person that tells them or gives them that information. Like, I don't want to be known for the educational side of corsets. Like, there are so many brilliant people on the internet who have that knowledge and wisdom of corsets, and I'm just like, I'll just do humor and entertainment stuff. So yeah. So number 15 is that I've learned that it's okay to take off my corset to eat foods in general, and especially eat the foods that I love. That I shouldn't give up my favorite foods or my favorite like expanding foods for my corset's sake. Obviously, you know, eat things in moderation, but I'm done like giving up food entirely for the sake of waist training. We're all gonna die, eat the pie. 2022 saying, we're all gonna die, eat the pie. So number 16 is corset training is easy if you have the right corset. Whenever it was time for me to put on my corset in the morning, I'd kind of get annoyed because I knew I would be getting stabbed in my hip flexor, and especially now I'd like be sitting down, and I just didn't want to put my corset on. That was like the main reason why I was like, I don't want to wear my corset today because I know I'm going to have to sit down and edit videos all day. And I don't want to be stabbed. But now realizing that I had the wrong corset this whole time, I'm just hoping that my new corset reminds me, you know, why I fell in love with corset training. And I'm just really hoping that it's so much more comfortable. Okay, so number 17 is I've learned that it's okay if I don't know exactly what I want my channel to be about specifically. I know it's pertaining to corsets, but not like, I don't want to tie myself down to a specific niche. And I also don't want to go viral for a specific or certain type of video just because then I'll get stuck in a bubble and be known for that topic. I did have a short go viral that has over 2 million views, but that was like kind of like a humorous short or video. Number 18, I really need to consider wearing something underneath my corset. I need to start doing that. I've learned that I need to start doing that. So number 19 is that I've learned that even though I may watch a video pertaining to corset or waist training knowledge or education, if I watch it again, like literally I get a completely different perspective on it, and I even learn different things in the video, sometimes even like a different way of doing something. Like for example, if I watch a video on lacing a corset the first time, I'm like, okay, but if I watch it a second time, I don't know, it kind of like clicks differently sometimes, if you know what I mean. So number 20 is, I kind of knew this already, but it really became more clear this year, is that most people wear corsets for back and spine support and not for waist training. At least from like the research I've done, which by research I mean polls and TikTok searches. So number 21 is that I've learned that I don't like corsets as an add-on to my outfit. I wear corsets specifically for waist training purposes and, to make my waist, cinched and smaller. I've tried cute outfits with corsets and I've tried, going out with them on, but it's not really like my style, I guess. At least this year it hasn't been. That's what I've learned. Maybe I'll try it again next year. Maybe it'll become my style next year. But for right now, I'm just sticking to corsets being solely for waist training purposes and not as part of my outfit. And finally, the 22nd thing I've learned about corsets in 2022 is that corsets are not some quick fix, get skinny machine. Like, yeah, corsets do depuff, debloat, and flatten out my tummy immensely, especially like when I'm getting ready to go to an event. I'll wear my corset when I'm, doing my hair, makeup, getting ready, things like that. And it really helps me, fit into my clothes better. And it honestly like cinches me, and like I get those immediate results with my corset while I'm wearing it, even if it is for a couple of hours. But at the end of the day, it's not going to burn those extra calories I had, and it's not going to fix my problems. Anyways, babe, I'm going to go take some medicine and get rid of this tummy ache. Let me know in the comments what you've learned about corsets in 2022. I love you all till the end. Ciao.